Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first cryptocurrency trivia session in quite a while. We're going to be starting in about 10 minutes here, so you can trickle in. You do not need to have posted your Reddit username in the thread, but we're doing a moon giveaway. So if you would like to participate, the top 3 winners will receive 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000 moon as an award. So this is your chance to show off that you pay attention to cryptocurrency news, that you pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what cryptocurrencies are and the like. This is your chance. So yeah, you can when you join, you can in order to join, sorry, you can go to Kahoot.it. You can see it on there, or using the app if you want to download something on your phone. With the game pin 4821554. However, please join with your Reddit username if you want to qualify for the giveaway. If you don't care, I mean, you can make it anything that's appropriate. Otherwise, please use your Reddit username if you want to qualify to actually receive moons. Note that if you obviously made an account like today and made a substantial number of accounts or something, and we're definitely trying to take advantage of multiple attempts, then you would be disqualified. We have the right to do that. Also, for people that have really weird Reddit usernames that are perhaps not appropriate. Yeah, the pin is 4821554. You can see quite a few people joining there. Something is up with my audio where I'm not able to get the desktop audio. I'm going to try and fix that here in a minute. But there's supposed to be music going through, and it's just not. So something's wrong there, sadly. But so be it. Yeah, something's up there. So sorry about that. You just have to hear silence in the background, which is no fun for anyone. But that happens sometimes. Yeah, I don't think anything's getting through the stream except through my mic, which is a bad experience for everyone. So we're just not going to do that. So that sucks. But we have 9 people in so far. This is great. Thanks, Got the Yips 35. You are a legend. To people who have not played one of these before, I've actually done these for about the past, well, we started these almost a year ago, and we continued for quite a few months until early this year when I became less interested in doing them when there was less participation. But now we have moon to give away, so this is awesome. So it's great to have everyone back on here. Sorry. Rex seems familiar too, so thanks everyone for joining. Again, please join with your Reddit username as it says on the screen. Hopefully everyone can read everything on there perfectly fine. Again, Kahoot.it, game pin 4821554. You will want to ideally watch the stream on a computer or TV or something and use your phone in order to play around. Yeah, when it asks you to join, you should be able to type in whatever join you want. Your Reddit username is too long. Well, put as much as you can in there, and then if we really need to reach out to you, you can post your full Reddit username in chat or something if you are one of the 3 top victors. We have 13 people in now. That's pretty good. That gives everyone actually pretty decent chances now of winning. Now, of course, you should remember that this trivia session is full of 20 questions this time. There are a variety of questions that are easy for certain people. They might be difficult for other people. It depends on what, your interests are. So the better, the broader understanding of the cryptocurrency ecosystem you have, then the best, best for you there. So you have a better chance. Some of the questions are focused on specific projects. Some of them are only on specific news. So really, this is perhaps a very minimal incentive to stay updated in what's happening in the crypto land, learn more, but it is at least one incentive. I'm going to mute myself here for 1 second. If people have questions on how to join, you can, of course, participate in the live chat on YouTube, help people out. The game pin, of course, is at the top there. We will get started in maybe about 10 minutes here. We'll make sure that we won't start immediately just so other people can, come by if they are, participating and forgot about it until the last minute, like everyone always does, right? So I'll be right back, trying to fix the music so you don't have to listen to dead silence the entire time, and then, or at least get something in the background. All right, see you all soon. I'm pretty sure it's still capturing my microphone for the music, which is not great for anyone. So sadly, I don't know if we're gonna have music. Maybe I can put on some like open source music in the background or something on Spotify, and then because of course I can't play good music or else we'll run into some trouble here. Thanks everyone who's coming in. We're up to 19 people. Again, you can see how to join at the top there. Kahoot.it game pin 4821554. Doesn't really fit the vibe, but at least his you can always pick something. I wonder if this will go through. Let's see. Yeah, music is sadly not happening. Oh well, we'll work on it for next time. All right, so you'll have to hear my voice instead. Some people coming in. Yeah, as many characters as you can. Yep, enter as many as you can. It might not be possible to fit them all. Yeah, there is a good tune. You're right. It's meant for people to, to keep the attention of people in elementary school. So it's a good one. It's a good one. So yeah, up to 20 people. Excellent, excellent. Nearing the 5 o'clock Central Time hour here. Looks like everything's going really well. Please comment if you're having real trouble getting in. Maybe it would be best just to play it in the background and have it go through the same... I don't know. You let me know. Is it better to hear the background through my mic than nothing at all? Let me know. That looks like it tries to cancel it out anyway. I have pretty aggressive noise canceling out going on, so that's normally good, but I guess not with music that you want to actually have captured. Everything's weird. No sport questions. I don't think the cryptocurrency subreddit trivia is going to have many questions on sports. I mean, it's definitely possible, but very unlikely. Okay? Very unlikely. Interesting. I'm setting such high quality through that YouTube is actually complaining. They're saying that I'm setting a higher quality bit rate than they really want. Interesting. So I'm setting too good data through. I guess that's a good sign. If only I got the audio to work, of course. All right, well, it's 5 o'clock Central. Like I said, we'll wait a little bit of time. Walking through people how to play, I think, is an important part at this point. So there are 20 questions. Of those 20, I believe 17 of them are multiple choice, either true, false, or 4 questions where you need to choose one correct answer. So the way that'll work is, the question will come on the screen. You will have 4 options typically show up on your phone. On your phone, it will not show the full question and answer. Instead, it will only show the color and icon related to the answer. So make sure that you have a clear sight of the live stream in addition to your phone. Then on your phone, you will select the appropriate color and icon that are associated with the correct answer in your opinion. There are also some fill-in. So there is one question where you need to fill in the blank. There is one question where it is true or false. So like for the fill-in, you have to physically type out what your answer is and then hit submit. Make sure you hit submit. There is one where you need to arrange from left to right. Make sure again that you click submit for that one. There's one where you have to select multiple answers so that here's a hint. There are at least 2 correct answers on that one. So that's your bonus for being in early, I guess, is that you will need to fill it in, and there are several correct answers for that one. If you select one answer, so this is my understanding of how the scoring works on this one. If you select one incorrect answer, then you get 0 points. So if you just select all 4 and one of them is incorrect, let's say, then you would get no points. However, you get points for each correct one that you select. So if you select, one out of the several correct answers, you will get points for that as far as I understand. If not, apologies, and I'll know for next game. But we're all learning here. It's fine. We expect to have a bunch of giveaways going forward. Yes, Hawk, like you said in chat, you do want to join with your Reddit username, because if you do, then you would qualify for the trivia, assuming that you've been around for at least some amount of time and aren't trying to cheat the system. It doesn't look like anyone is here. I've played some Kahoot games before where people show up with like 200 bots. It's really annoying. Glad to see that's not happening here. Good faith in humanity, I suppose, this time. Apologies. All right. Beyond that, you should note that there is a live stream delay. Now, typically, it's about 5 seconds. However, it's better to get your answer in than not at all. So build in a bit of a buffer. If it says you have 5 seconds left to type in your answer, maybe be pretty aggressive at putting it in. You may actually only have 1 second. So be careful, get it in early. And there's a few reasons why you want to get your answer in early. Scoring happens based off 3 factors. 1, of course, you need to get the correct answer in order to get points. Okay, so that's the first thing. Make sure you get do your best to answer correctly. Second, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So that's pretty important. You don't want to wait until the last second just because. If you know the answer, get it in right away. Many more points answering sooner rather than later. And then also, if you're on a streak of getting several in a row, you get bonus points. So these are reasons to do that. So you're saying there's a lot of questions about how to best participate, which is understandable. It's the first time for many, many people. It's best for you to use your computer or TV in order to watch the live stream, and then it's best to use a phone, or it's possible to also use the same computer in order to answer correctly. Ideally, you would have the computer and your phone. It's very difficult to play only on your phone, sadly. So but it is possible to join. Like if you join the game using your browser, like that's definitely possible. Just make sure you're also able to see the live stream at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Like if people try and cheat in Google, like they're going to lose out. They're going to lose so many points because like everyone else is going to blow them away. And yes, it is only cryptocurrency related questions. I mean, maybe that changes. Who knows? Maybe the cryptocurrency subreddit will cater to God knows what, but it's possible. It's possible. You never know. All right, it's 5:05 Central, so we're going to get started real soon here just because we want to be mindful of people who are in Europe. This is about as late as early as I could go with normal US-focused work, but also it is definitely late for those of us who are joining in from Europe. If you're joining from Europe, please let us know. That way we know who is exactly joining these type of live streams. That's actually very useful for us. We wanted to make sure we weren't scheduling at 10 o'clock Pacific time, PM, because then, they can join, but no one else could, right? Everyone in Eastern time zone will be asleep. So it's very difficult to coordinate something that works for everyone, which is why we chose a Friday. Joined from the Middle East. Awesome. What time is it there? UK here. Perfect for you. Night owl over there. Excellent. Australia, 8 a.m. Looks like these Australians are up way early. Nice. Norway, Slovakia. Excellent. The whole reason I'm doing this is because I want to find out what your IP is and then, break your cryptocurrency wallets. That's the real reason. You should also push a private key in the chat. Please don't do that. Joke. Don't hurt me, please. But yeah, definitely be careful about what information you share, but it's always good to know what general country people are coming from so that we know how to schedule these appropriately, because we don't want to make it so that moons are only winnable by people who are in the US time zones. All right, looks like it's 5:06. Just a minute or so here before we get started, up to 30. So thanks everyone for joining. Again, most of these are multiple choice. I even have a poll in here, so one of them has no score, so keep that in mind. It'll just ask for people to answer a fun question, but there will be no score for that one. That's just to help break up the quiz. We're testing it out. And then, of course, give me feedback, leave comments in chat. maybe don't leave the answers in chat before we get them finished, or else that might help some people that you're competing against. But you do you. You're not gonna get banned for doing that, I guess. In the first game, we will do it if we need to, but we'll figure it out. This is the first time doing it in a long time, so we shall see. We're up to 34 people watching on the stream and 32 people in game, so that's quite good. Sometimes it takes people a bit more time, but I think since we've given it a few minutes, we will get started here. Again, apologies for no music in the background. You'll have to just hear me filling the void because that's what I do best. And yeah, let's get started here. So trivia for this date. Wow, right? 3, 2. There's about a 5-second delay. So in May, Reddit introduced moons in our cryptocurrency and bricks in this other subreddit. Is it Fortnite BR, Ask Reddit, WTF, or Ethereum? Again, I'm seeing about a 5-second delay. Yo, thank you so much. Wibble Wobble, thanks so much for humming your music. I wish everyone else could hear it, but at least you can, and that's all that matters. So that's good. 30 answers, and get those in right away. I am seeing at least a 5-second delay, actually. You will want to get those answers in really as soon as possible. So, for example, here we had only that many number of submissions. Yes, most people got this one correct, though. Fortnite BR is the correct answer. They rolled it out for both subreddits at the same time. It was rolled out earlier for Ethereum. Ethereum actually got it before everyone else. They had an initial test before we did. So I guess maybe they're more special than we are, but I guess we'll never know. Anyway, sorry to the people who guessed the other incorrect answers, but of course, Fortnite BR is the best answer for this one. And of course, for all of these, you should always try and pick the best answer. The best answer. The shape we were thinking of, that's funny. All right, let's see who's on the podium right now. First place, actually 2 people tied for first place. I don't think I've ever seen this before, but Tech Cynical and Bird Bamboo are both tied. They answered apparently at the exact same time. So congrats to both of them for answering right away. I told you it's important to get those answers in as soon as possible. The base score for any question is 1,000 points. So, yeah, we also have Rare566 on the leaderboard. Max, who apparently, I mean, unless their Reddit username is Max, it might be a moderator, though. We're not going to be all certain coin giveaway, let's say, and give these moon aways to other moderators. Moderators are not allowed, and since they're only going to Reddit usernames, let's just say you'll know, right? So, if they get rich, you're in trouble. Yeah, exactly. So, in fact, in order to get the moon for this giveaway, the moderators actually set aside an entire moderator portion of the moon recipient award or whatever distribution, however you want to call it, just so we have these events to get people involved. So these are coming. These points are effectively coming from the moderators in order to try and have a better experience for everyone on the subreddit. All right, but that's enough of us. Let's keep moving on with these fun questions. We got another quiz. In September, this cryptocurrency exchange received a Special Purpose Depository Institution, or SPDI, charter in Wyoming. Is it Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, or Gemini? What is it? Get your answers in right away. I'm seeing like actually more like a 7-second delay. YouTube servers are really slow right now. I'm using the lowest possible latency setting, but even so, it seems to be a longer delay than normal. Sometimes when we're lucky, it gets down to like 2 seconds, but it really is not that good right now. All right, so again, most people got this one correct, so good to those who got it correct. Kraken is the correct answer here. Not that other ones are not also regulated in certain ways, but Kraken got an SPDI. If you know what an SPDI is, make sure you put the comment in YouTube so that other people can learn about it. But it basically means that they get a special bank charter issued by the state of Wyoming that gives them permission to do quite a few things, including potentially not needing a BitLicense requirement to operate in New York, although that hasn't really been tested in practice yet, but in theory that might work. So that's pretty cool because, of course, at the moment, Kraken does not work for New York residents. So we'll see what they do there. They might even offer better fiat transfer products if now that they're a bank and they're able to have a seat at the big boy table, so to speak. But let's see how this impacted the leaderboards here. All right, 4 people all moved up. Bird Bamboo took first place. Max second, right behind. Got the Yips 35. They're always on the top of the leaderboard, by the way. You all are in big trouble. This person showed up. I'm sorry, but you all are. We also have Mr. Mustache Man and Air 566 still on the board. So good to you all. Let's keep proceeding here. And of course, you can still join if you're like brand new. Lower right-hand corner shows the instructions on how to join. If people ask why I'm not paying attention, you can still join with your Reddit username. Go to kahoot.it, gamepin 4821554. You are still able to participate. We've only had 2 questions go through so far. These people are bound to screw up somewhere, I'm assuming, unless it's not hard enough of a quiz and you all are really up for a challenge next time then. But we shall see. But next question, quiz. Monero's Oxygen Orion network upgrade this month implements this new feature. Is it CL-SAG, Triptych, Arcturus, or pruning? What is the best answer here? Do, 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 do. How good am I doing at this? We'll see. You be the judge. Get those answers in. Get those answers in. Only a few seconds. Yeah, I'm really seeing more like a 6 or 7 second delay. It's no good, really. They're saying, wow, that's hard. This one's a hard one on purpose. So most people didn't know this. CL-SAG is the correct answer here. So you gotta mix things up. You gotta include some hard ones. Gotta include some nice, easy ones. You gotta keep people on their toes. CL-SAG is an improvement to transaction verification to make it faster, and also transaction size to make it smaller. Triptych and Arcturus are research papers related to Monero, but they are not implemented yet. Pruning actually is implemented in Monero, so you can, start to, I think it's 0.14.1 enabled pruning, and we're up to 0.17 now. So it's been around for a bit of a while. So it's certainly not a new feature, definitely not the best answer here. So the best answer here is CL-SAG, which 5 people got correct. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that really shook at the leaderboard. Max getting that one correct. J4 Cop, congratulations on making your way to the leaderboard. Same with Brook Blood 1, Incepting, and Ryzen. Congratulations. That really changed things. Let's see what happens, of course, in the next question here. Can we increase the time allowed? So sadly, I'm not able to increase the time at this point. There are 30 seconds for most questions. There are 60 seconds for some that, require you to fill something in or arrange. You should just, unfortunately, expect that the last 10 seconds of the delay are unavoidable, just to be really, really safe. Refresh your browser, live stream, whatever, rejoin. Make sure you click the live button because, maybe there's some built-up lag for whatever reason. So do your best on that side. Sadly, there's really not too much I can do there. Just plan for a 10-second delay, and that's really, sadly, about the best we can do right now. So, yeah. Based off previous trivia sessions, really 30 seconds seems about the best for everyone. It's increased from the default of 20. But sadly, it's not like I can go between 30 and 60 with this. There's no in-between option, sadly. So, next question 4. This person recently made a controversial post about politics in business for their exchange. Is it Vitalik Buterin, Brian Armstrong, Justin Soon, or Ricardo Spagni? Who's the best answer here? Again, best answer for every single one of these. And I did give away a hint in what I said. So, who runs an exchange? All right, Marty Bird, in the lower right-hand corner, there's that website and game pin. You pull out your phone, you join using that pin and code. Make sure you use your Reddit username, or at least as much of it as possible, in order to join. Yes, Brian Armstrong is the best answer here. Of course, he is the CEO of Coinbase. He said that politics, except for their mission, really has no position in this business, which is very controversial, of course, considering Coinbase has had quite a few scandals in the past about, let's say, acquiring companies with their own political motives or otherwise scandalous related things. So interesting take that a lot of people were very unsupportive of. Of course, there were certain people that did support it, but got a lot of pushback from there. Ended up having to offer employees severance in order to leave or whatever. So I'm sure that scandal will probably follow them for a while. We'll see what happens. But let's see how this changes the leaderboard, which is all that we really care about for this game here. All right, J4 Cop went to first place. Max went down. Looks like he might not have gotten that one correct. But Brookblood has gotten the last 4 correct, which means that they have the highest answer streak. So good to them. Yeah, they're going to make a comeback any minute now. We're waiting for it. I'm here to announce it if you get back on the board. Just let me know in chat, too. And Septine, they may have made their... I can't tell if they made their way up. So apologies if you're already on the board and I just forgot. But here you are now. That's all that matters. But we shall see what happens in the next question here. All right, you need to arrange these in the correct order. Lowest on the left, highest on the right. So from lowest on the left to highest on the right. Arrange by the number of daily transactions. Oh, God. Monero, Decred, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Those are your 4 choices. Arrange them in the correct order. Sorry that it had the really odd font there. Like, it does not look very sexy on the board here. Kahoot, darn it. But make sure once you drag to arrange in the correct order with the lowest number of transactions on the left, highest on the right, make sure you hit submit. Again, make sure you hit submit. So you got extra time for this one, but again, make sure you get the answers in as soon as possible. Looks like at least 25 of you have gotten it in at this point, so that's good. Okay. Down the wire here. Get him in. Get him in. Hit the submit button. I tried to, connect lowest left. Looks like 52% of people got this one correct. And again, I'm apologizing for the weird text alignment. They did something wrong on their end, on Kahoot's end. I don't remember it being this bad. Normally it was, multi-line to make the question easier to read, and clearly they messed something up here. But the correct order is Decred with the fewest, then Monero, then Bitcoin, then Ethereum. That is the correct order. So this is worth 2,000 points. So if you get this one correct, you get a huge boost. Let's see how this shakes things up. Oh, a lot. It really changes things. But Brookblood is in first place here. Max in second. I believe that's a moderator, but they do not qualify for the giveaway. McGilly, RNDM secret something. A secret account, I assume, is moving their way up. Same with Bird Bamboo. So congrats to everyone. And the highest climber is Snoo Confections. So congratulations on climbing that mountain there. You are doing well. Let's see what happens with the next question here, though. Quiz. Back to the 4-question quiz. CoinDesk erroneously reported that the market capitalization of Moons was this much on September 30th. Was it $1 million, $178 million, $2.78 billion, or $133 trillion? How much did CoinDesk erroneously report that the Moon market cap was on that date? Sadly, this is not true. I mean, it would be nice, but sadly, it really is not true at all. Shockingly, they have not corrected this article at all. Again, make sure you're getting those questions in as soon as possible. Yeah. CoinDesk did report that the market capitalization of Moons was $133 trillion. Pretty remarkable. Very unbelievable. You imagine that someone at the office probably should have been like, that's strange even for crypto, right? Even for crypto news reporting. That seems a bit off, but apparently not enough. So, yeah, that's what they ran with at the time I made this quiz earlier today, because, of course, I was not putting this off at all. Yes, they 133 trillion is what they reported. So, pretty crazy. 14 of you got that one correct. Oh, that did change things quite a bit. McGilly's on the top now. Max is off the board. JT Hawks is the highest climber with up 4 places. Yeah, so with it's an Etherscan. They just took the total number and didn't realize that it was denominated, what they basically did was take the price of Bitcoin and then multiply it by the price of Satoshis. That's basically what they did. And they're like, wow, it's so big. Like, it's still wrong. So, yep. Got the yips, of course, hanging on there like they always do, as we know. But yeah, let's see. It would be very impressive if moons got that valuable. I feel like I would probably lose faith in humanity, no matter how that was attained. All right, let's proceed. Another quiz. What is Bitcoin's target block time? Is it 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes? Get those answers in. Get those answers in. $24. I mean, come on. You got to get them in. All right. Everyone did in time. Congrats. 10 minutes is the correct answer here. Sad to the 6 people who got that incorrect. But yes, 10 minutes is correct here. So good for everyone who got that one correct. You know your basic Bitcoin statistics. Good for you. All right. Didn't change the leaderboard that much, as you can imagine, since not many people got it incorrect. I wish it was a minute. There's certainly disadvantages to having small block times. It's not only better when they're smaller. It's far more complicated than that. But for many things, I know people often wish it was fewer than 10 minutes. But yeah, most people take instant confirmations anyway. Like, just you're doing the stupid example of buying your coffee. Like, are you really going to sit around and wait for your credit card to go through several days later? Like, no, you're not going to. So that's a more fair comparison. So yeah, Bird Bamboo made their way up. So good for them for answering quickly. And then the highest, Snapadoodle. Good for you. All right, let's keep going along here. Another quiz question. Which exchange now offers deposits and withdrawals from or to shielded Zcash addresses? Is it Gemini, Coinbase, Binance, or Kraken? Let me just take a sip of my water here. You would be shocked at how much work announcing is. Well, get those answers in. Get those answers in. Someone didn't get it in time, but Gemini is the correct answer. Wow, you all knew this one. Good for you all. Yeah, same as last time where 6 people got it incorrect. Gemini is the correct answer here. They allow users to send deposits to the exchange from a Z address and also withdraw it to another Z address. Of course, at the exchange, it is all kept in a T address, which I speculate is because they just don't have good wallet infrastructure for Z addresses from an institutional multi-sig type level. But still, it's good that users can send and receive funds to wallets that aren't publicly or aren't associated with public histories for the rest of the world to see. It's kind of ridiculous, in my opinion, personally. In any case, Gemini is the correct answer. Let's see if this changes the board at all. It seems to have. The person in first seems to have gotten that incorrectly. So, yikes. Yikes. Sorry about that one. You'll have to work your way back up. But there are plenty of questions. It's still anyone's game. 3 players also got an answer streak of 3. So, good job. You're getting your bonus points. All right, next question. This exchange was recently hacked and lost $150 million in customer funds. Was it Kucoin, OKCoin, Celsius, or BTSE? Which one is it? Get your answers in. Looks like most people are answering like right away within the first 5 seconds, and then we have a huge tail for the remaining people to get those answers in. You all are good at getting those questions in. All right, almost everyone got this one correct. A few people were tricked by the very similar name exchange. But yes, Kucoin is the correct answer here. They did lose quite a bit of money. I believe they promised that they're going to give it back or whatever, but like you all know how that goes. It may or may not happen. It's crypto world. Anything can happen. So let's proceed. It looks like nothing really changed. Maybe Max got that one incorrect. I feel like he was on the board and then fell off. I don't know. It's hard for me to pay attention. We shall keep proceeding. Incepting is back with an answer streak of 3. All right, cool. Haven't seen that. Type your answer. You have to physically type this one out. It's worth twice as many points. In megabytes, so don't include the megabyte part. What is Bitcoin's current maximum theoretical block size? Current maximum theoretical block size. You must type in a number and then submit that number. Again, this one's worth double points. You have twice as much time, but of course, get them in soon or else you're going to be throwing away a lot of those points. $24 people put it in. 25. All right, these are things that people put as guesses. Did someone say 4 megabytes that they typed out? Okay, 1 second. I need to go and rewind and and see what people put in for this one because I'm curious. Let's go back a few seconds. I'm watching instant replay over here. All right. All right. Someone said 4 megabytes that they typed in, so apologies if you included the MB or megabytes or whatever. I tried to specify, just add the number, so I'm sorry. So 7 people answered just the number 4. 0 people said the spelled out word 4. I think someone said 4 megabytes. So apologies again if you said the 4 megabytes. It's the equivalent of someone saying, like, I'm sorry, you should have said 1.0, not 1. But yeah, you clearly know your stuff, but sadly, it didn't count it. So you can feel good on the inside, but you won't get points for this, sadly. But 7 people got that correct, which is actually really, really good. I'm actually proud of people for knowing. Luke is here with his 512 kilobytes. Actually, I think the correct answer to this should be what I want the theoretical block size to be, which is only the transactions I make. That's the real answer. Only what I make, since I'm the only one that knows it's not spam. All right, Rook Blood 1 is back to the top of the leaderboard there. But it really is anyone's game in the top 5 here. I mean, there's fewer than 2,000 points separating 1st and 5th place. That's quite astonishing. It really is competitive. That's awesome. Maybe this was too easy. I need some more difficult questions next time. I ran these questions by some of the other moderators just to not Max, who's participating here, I believe. But they said that, hey, you should simplify some of them. So I simplified a few, not all of them. Still have some surprises for you, but maybe this one was too easy. We'll have to see for next time. Some of you are just crypto experts who do this full time, apparently. So, we all know how that goes. Reset my live view. All right, let's proceed here. Next question. This exchange was recently charged by the CFTC and the DOJ for an inadequate AML program, among other charges. Was it Bitfinex, BTSC, Zero Hash, or BitMEX? What is the best answer here? Again, best answer. Hopefully you're all enjoying these quizzes. Get them in. Yeah, it's really about a 6-second delay today. It's not great on YouTube's end. Okay, almost everyone got that one correct. BitMEX is the correct answer. So yeah, BitMEX, correct answer. They were recently charged by both the CFTC and the DOJ for quite a few things. So good luck to them, basically. We'll see how that goes. They better lawyer up. In any case, I keep right-clicking now. All right. Looks like there was a very small change between McGilly and Mr. Mustache Man, just based off who answered quickest. Very few point differences, like I said, between 1st and 5th. It really is less than 2,000 points. So that's real close. Yeah, all right. Another quiz question coming up here. One key advantage of Schnorr over ECDSA is that it is significantly newer and thus has better security properties. They include support for SEP256K1. Multiple signing keys can be aggregated in a single signature, or it allows Bitcoin to increase its block size. What is the best answer? I know there's a lot of reading in this one. Sorry, I read them all real fast and kind of stumbled. What is the best answer here? Hopefully this helps change up the leaderboard a bit. Or maybe you're all way too smart. You're all too smart. Yes, the correct answer is multiple signing keys can be aggregated in a single signature. That is the best answer here. In fact, Schnorr is older than ECDSA. Schnorr, however, was patented, and therefore they weren't able to use it really publicly until 2008 with when the patent expired. Of course, same year Bitcoin really launched, right? So exciting stuff. In fact, at the moment, Bitcoin currently uses SEP256K1 with ECDSA, so that's definitely the incorrect answer. It allows Bitcoin to increase its block size. I mean, that's not a very good answer, at least. So the best answer is certainly multiple signing keys can be aggregated in a single signature. Goodness, lots of talking today. Okay. So this probably didn't change up the leaderboard as much as I had hoped. In fact, they all stayed the same, really. The top 5 all stayed the same. So it's based off who answered quickest. And looks like McGilly answered right away. They knew the right answer. They had their stuff ready. Got the IPS moved up also. CypherCore, however, has 7 correct answers in a row. So they are coming for you. Really, 7 correct answers. That's like almost the entire quiz here. They get bonus points for getting more correct in a row, and if they answer quickly, they can easily make their way back up. They join at question 6. You may still be in the game. We got plenty of questions coming up. There are 20 questions total, so plenty of time here. All right, so the next question is a true or false. Make sure you know which one you're clicking on. Don't accidentally click on the wrong one, please. That's on you, not on me, not my fault. I don't have any liability for that, shockingly. But true or false? All DeFi projects are fully decentralized in every way. True or false? Three people said true. I'm sorry to the people who answered true. That is the incorrect answer. The entire point of this question is just to remind people that just because something says DeFi or CeFi or whatever, centralized, it's not a binary thing. There's several different aspects to these projects. Certain things may be more decentralized than others. You may argue certain parts are completely decentralized to all measurements you can reasonably make, but there's another thing on another side that is very centralized. So we'll call it a DeFi project, but of course, this covers quite a broad array of different things. So yeah, false is definitely the best answer here, especially when I'm referring to every single DeFi project, unless you're sitting there and you're like, well, actually, my definition of a DeFi project is that it is fully decentralized in every way, in which case you are a jerk, and I'm right and you're wrong. So false is the best answer there, and just reminding everyone that just because something's DeFi on paper, something calls itself DeFi, does not mean it's necessarily decentralized in every way, nor does it necessarily mean that that's a bad thing. Could be a good thing in certain cases. Maybe it's a disadvantage. It depends on what the purpose of the project is. So, yep, easy one for everyone here. You all are pros. Shockingly, that did not change the leaderboard at all. By shockingly, I meant not shocking at all. But yeah. Glad that everyone was well, I guess not everyone. All but 3 people were able to get some points there. All right, another quiz. What information does confidential transactions CT hide? Sending addresses only, receiving addresses only, amounts only, or sending address, receiving address, and amount for a transaction? This is one of my go-to favorite questions, by the way. So if you've participated in these in the past, you may have had a slight advantage on this one, just because I have probably asked it at least once before, if not more than once. This is a good one, in my opinion. We'll see how everyone responds. Make sure you're getting those answers in real soon. Only 27 people got in there. Wow, this is apparently a good question. Look at this. This is going to probably change at the leaderboard a bit. So the name confidential transactions, as you can see, is quite misleading. Confidential transactions really only hides the transaction amount. That is it. It does not hide the blockchain addresses. It doesn't hide your IP address. It doesn't hide any of those things. So when we use very vague terms like confidential transactions, which is a proposed privacy improvement for Bitcoin that probably will never be implemented, to be clear, most likely will never be implemented. You can ask pretty much anyone and they most people would agree with that statement. It only hides the amounts. That's it. Nothing else. So you can really think of it as confidential amounts. That's all it is. It hides the amount real well. Like, oh, so good. That amount is real obfuscated. You have no idea what it is unless you're a sender or recipient in that transaction. But it doesn't hide anything else at all. So very, very good that this question is still a very, I guess it's not good. It's actually very bad that this term continues to be misleading, but it remains a very good trivia question because it is misleading. So need to shake up the leaderboard here. Let's see how everyone did. Oh, not as disastrous as I was hoping. 2 changes? 2? That really just means it separated the top leaders and everyone else, although they're real close together. Brookblood 1 rose to the top again, and Incepting is on the leaderboard. So congrats, Incepting. You have an answer streak of 8. Amazing. Good for you. All right, let me just look ahead at what's next. Oh, so the next question is the multi-select one. So you have the option of selecting multiple answers, multiple correct answers. However, do note that as far as I understand, if you do accidentally also select an incorrect answer, I believe you get 0 points for the question. So this has the potential of being worth quite a few points, but make sure you get the correct choices, make sure you submit them, and of course, make sure you submit them quickly so you get the extra bonus points for answering quickly, especially when the top 5 is so competitive. All right, quiz with multi-select. Multiple answers possible. Which of the following coins use proof of work? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Monero, and Tezos. And I see about a 6-second delay still on the live stream, which definitely sucks. Sorry there. Hopefully no one's YOLOing the first few seconds. I'm going to lose anyway. Click this random button. Please don't do that. That's not the intent of this game. All right, the correct answers were Bitcoin, Monero, and Ethereum. It looks like most people selected Bitcoin. Most people, I mean, really all 3. But Tezos is the incorrect answer there. And so it looks like people probably got quite a few points as a result of this one. I can't remember. It might have been up to 3,000 or maybe up to 6,000. I don't know. There's a bunch of points in this question probably. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it was quite a few points. So looks like one person dropped off the leaderboard. And McGilly took first place. So congratulations. Ryzen is also on an answer streak of 3. Good for them. They did really well in past trivia games. So yeah, those use proof of work. All right. I believe this next one is a poll, so there's no scoring. It's just for fun, okay? So yeah, poll, no scoring. What is the best cryptocurrency meme ever? Comment on YouTube if it's something else. BitConnect over 9,000, Dogecoin or other. I just made Dogecoin an entire meme because honestly, even though there are specific Dogecoin memes, like it's also just like its own thing. So what, in your opinion, which is not scored the best meme, we'll just judge you. We won't actually score you on this one. And then comment if you have a different opinion. I can only put in 4 options. You know what I should have done? I don't think I can do a poll with just fill in the blank. That would have been a good one. I wish I could do that. I'll check to see next time if I can. Okay, it looks like 41% of people said BitConnect on that one. BitConnect's a pretty good one. Dogecoin's a pretty good competitor, but people don't really like the over 9,000 apparently. Bitcoin. Did I do well on the remix YouTube video, whatever, song that the person made as a remix? I actually got my family to like the BitConnect remix song. We sometimes play that on road trip, and everyone else in the car is like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" And then we're like, "You just, you just gotta, right? You just gotta, right?" Yeah, they're over 9,000. First of all, it's not really specific to to cryptocurrencies, I guess. It was sort of a stolen meme. Meanwhile, BitConnect and Dogecoin are like far more, from. They're more like original content, right? So, yeah, definitely. All right, sorry, nothing to go on here, but yeah, definitely no scoring on this one. We're just asking for polls. Glad that everyone's very much express that BitConnect's awesome, and over 9,000 is not awesome. All right. Next question, which is actually scored, and the rest of these are scored, so keep this in mind. Quiz. Instead of an order book, Uniswap uses an algorithm to price trades based on what? Pools of liquidity, decentralized oracles, centralized exchange index prices, or staked voting? Again, what's the best answer here? Should I troll by clicking the skip button in the right-hand corner? Someone's going to be like, oh, I know this, and then skip. No points. Just kidding. I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean. All right. 29 answers in. Good for everyone. Well, you all are too good at this. Oh my gosh. Everyone here knows too much about DeFi and, everything. You all are obsessed. Pools of liquidity is the correct answer here. You can still join. You know what? You're probably not going to win at this point, but you can still join. Lower right-hand corner, Silver God, join. It's still fun, right? It's still a ton of fun. Get yourself on the record as participating, okay? But yeah, pools of liquidity, best answer here. 4 people sadly got that one incorrect. But yeah, not decentralized oracles, not centralized index prices or stake voting. It is based off pools of liquidity. It's actually very clever. Like, it really is clever. You have people who provide liquidity, provide the same market value amount of 2 different assets, and then they have a price that goes through, and a person theoretically doesn't gain or lose value because it's one pair against the other, and they collect a liquidity provider fee. So it theoretically is really awesome, and in fact it is awesome in practice too in many ways. It's a really cool way to get around not having an order book. It's actually really, really dope. I'm clearly only a crypto expert compared to my family and pets. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, James. All right. You can get there. Just have no life and be on the cryptocurrency subreddit like everyone else. That's how you feel better about yourself. All right. Leaderboard has not changed at all here. That's kind of funny. But so be it. Quite a few points here, but this is so narrow. Clearly, I need some more difficult questions to mix things up. Which we may have a difficult one here. We never know. You ready? You ready? I don't think most of you know what the next one is. So be on the edge of your seat. Here we go. Why did Bitcoin remove checkpoints? Is it because they confused people about their security protections? They were a source of potential development centralization? The related DOS attack was no longer possible, or all of these? What is the best answer? 14, 14, 14 for start the game already. I believe that's the correct number. Best answer time. Anyone want to explain what checkpoints are? All right. This definitely was better than a lot of the other questions. Yeah, the worst answer out of all of these, in my opinion, is actually the red one. Although it does confuse people, and that was definitely true. It's not necessarily a reason to remove something, but the other two are, it is a reason, and the other two are certainly reasons, where, there were a potential source of developer centralization, and also the related denial of service attack was no longer possible, so therefore the reason it was added really in the first place was not necessary, not relevant anymore. Anyone know what checkpoints are? Please comment, or else I'm just going to explain, and you won't have the opportunity to flex on how smart you are. Come on, I'm giving you an opportunity to be all fancy schmancy and to express how cool you are. No one's taking the bait, though, so it looks like I'm going to just have to go for it. So, checkpoints. Oh, you said basically. Oh, we had someone who tried. But places you go back when you die. Yeah, in a way, you're right. It's to some extent basically where you go back when you die. So if you are restarting a node, your blockchain might look to say, oh, well, this block is, hard-coded to have, this hash or whatever. And therefore, if you have someone else tell you something different, your node will be like, nah, this is wrong. And it's a potential source of developer centralization because a developer in their software might say, I hard code this node and I will prohibit any blockchain reorgs, that say otherwise. And that's a potential source of developer centralization because theoretically, if you're having software out that was updated very, very frequently, let's talk like every block or whatever, they could say that certain, they could, orphan nodes that are more legitimate. So, Not saying that that's necessarily realistic, but it's certainly possible, and it's another source of centralization that the Bitcoin developers felt was not necessary and really didn't actually like fix any of the problems that people thought it did, hence the confusion. So yeah, all of these is the best answer here. God, you all are too smart in the top 5. Goodness, only one person changed. So yeah, wrecked. Congrats on the board. Nathan E., you're the highest climber. Clearly, you didn't get the hint of joining with your Reddit username, which is in the description on the video and on the side also, to qualify for the moon giveaway. But wrecked, making their way up. They made their way in the top 5. Congratulations. All right. Next question. In March 2018, the cryptocurrency subreddit was featured in what show? How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, Last Week Tonight, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or Startup? What is the best answer here? What is the best answer here? Let's see how much people... You know, when someone said, is this a sports question? Is it actually cryptocurrency related? Maybe this one suggests you watch TV. I don't really know. Or follow news. Or I'm sure it was shared on the subreddit at the time. All right. You all apparently are well versed. Last Week Tonight is the correct answer. He had an entire episode on cryptocurrencies based off the fervor of 2017 and 2018. So that's the correct answer here. Of course, how to sell drugs online fast, cryptocurrencies were referenced, but I don't believe it referenced a specific subreddit. Also, I probably not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I honestly didn't even check, but there's no way it was. And then Startup did involve cryptocurrencies, but certainly not the subreddit. And that show actually ended in 2018. So, Last Week Tonight, of course, best answer. Let's see how the leaderboards look. It did change a little bit. You know. McGilly on the top now, so good for them. I appreciate that. And Trinick, I appreciate that. I have years of experience in letting a bunch of people down in trivia, right? And speaking of letting people down, I wanted to show the clip, but I don't think it's going to go through because the audio isn't really working properly. I'll try to, unmute it and see what happens, but I don't think you're going to be able to hear the portion, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, no need to answer this time.
People buying these coins are not paying much attention to the details of the startups they're attached to. They are just responding to the huge fervor. And there is a lot of it. There is an entire online subculture of YouTube personalities and subreddits that have a cult-like devotion to buying these coins. And if you stumble into one, you'll find they have a whole shorthand. One key term is HODL, based on a misspelling of hold. This is a foundational principle. Don't sell when prices drop. Instead, HODL in the face of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Otherwise, you might miss out when the coin moons or rockets up in value, meaning you'll get wrecked or lose money and never be able to afford the trader's ultimate goal, a Lambo, which is short for Lamborghini, because of course it fucking is.
Well, that wasn't ratchet at all, but, better than nothing, I guess. Means must or whatever that's described. Yeah, a lot of the questions are very US-centric, so I do my best to try and not make them too much, but you're right that it's often difficult to not make them about the United States. I do my best, but it's very difficult. In fact, what we might do is actually have it such that people can suggest questions to a Google form, and then if they're good questions, I will use them. And of course, if I use the question that you suggest, or at least part of it even, you have an advantage. So you have an incentive to come up with some pretty good questions. So that might be something we do. That way we get some additional other perspectives. And of course, at the bare minimum, future ones, if we have them, will be related. Other moderators will be contributing questions too, not just predominantly me. The intent is for us to cover a wide array and make sure people are paying attention to cryptocurrencies. So yeah. All right, so that was just fun, right? Now, there are only 2 questions left, okay? Just 2. They are both worth double points. I think there's a pretty big gap difference between those in the top 5 and many others, or top, whatever and many others, but That's okay. Still fun. And this is your chance to make up a ton of points, assuming the other people don't really know what's going on. But we'll see. You all seem to be too smart. I think I need to tweak these questions to be more difficult next time. So let's proceed. Get those answers in quickly. Make sure they're correct, because if you misclick, now's not the time to misclick. All right, here we go. Double points, like I said. This DeFi project launched by Andre Cronje went from a token value of just over $1,000 to over $40,000 in less than 2 months this summer. Is it Uniswap, SushiSwap, YFI, or MakerDAO? And I need to mute this so you're not... There you go. And I'll try to get the music working next time. I thought it was working, and then I go to actually launch it, and oof, bad. A lot of people saying this is an easy question. It was an easy question. Yes, YFI. You're in finance. It's exploded. Now it's crashed a bit. And certainly not down to $1,000, but it's not done nearly as well. Someone misclicked. I warned you not to misclick. I told you. Sorry, but I told you. I told you so. Or told you not to, really. So yeah, most people got this one correct. So let's see if this really changes anything here. It doesn't change this at all, but since the last questions were 2,000 points, the top 4 participants are within this last question here. And really, maybe the person in 6th might displace the 3rd place. It's possible. This last question is meant to be a little bit harder. So let's see how you all do. You ready? Here we go. Very last question worth twice as many points. Oof, here we go. I'm almost done. Ethereum 2.0 testnet named blank recently failed, so a second testnet named blank will launch on October 12th. Is it Prism and Byzantium, Spadina and Zinken, Polkadot and Rinkeby, or Kovan and Ropsten? I don't know if I pronounced any of those correctly, but let's see. This is meant to be a more difficult one. And Ethereum was a bit, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily call it underrepresented, but I wanted to make sure there's a very high stakes one here. If everyone gets this one correct, I'm just going to retire myself, because clearly I just don't have what it takes to come up with good questions. Oh my God. Yeah, the correct answer is Spadina and Zinken. I might not be pronouncing those correctly. I have no idea. So yeah, Jay Winterm, who's the lead mod of the sub, suggested that these questions were too difficult. He was wrong. You all are just too good. You all are way too good at this game. You all clearly are very devoted, and that's really great. That's why we have this here, is to make sure that you all have a great opportunity to show off how fancy you all are. But that was the last one here. Yeah, you are nerds. You are right. Very helpful comment there. That's very accurate. Well, let's go to the podium here. All dramatic fashion. Podium. 3rd place with 15 correct answers. Got the Ips 35. 17 correct answers. Brook Blood 1. And 16 but answered like streaks or faster or whatever. Mick Gilly. Congratulations to the 3 of you. I believe the 3 of you all used your username. Runners up Bird and the 2 that were on the screen. Congratulations. This was a lot of fun to host. It was over an hour. Jeez. 20 questions takes a while, especially when I ramble. But it looks like it's McGilby? So you're seeing... we'll have to check. We'll see what's up. We'll send some DMs to confirm if needed on Reddit. But we'll make a note of these, and then we will distribute Munes. JW is going to be distributing them tonight if all goes well. So you will see them showing up in your wallet tonight. Again, disclaimer, if we don't, please don't sue us. You can't. So don't. But yeah, you should see them tonight. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had fun. It was good coming up with these questions. If you have any suggestions, now is your last chance to leave them. Otherwise, leave them on the Reddit post right now. It's still sticky to the top of the subreddit. I'll take it down later tonight. Put the other one back up about, all the allow list and things. And yeah, let's make the subreddit fun. But thanks for coming on. Catch you in the next one. Next time, ask questions only you would know. That's a good one. So the top 3 winners here that you currently see are the ones who get tokens. First place gets 3,000. Second place, 2,000. Third place, 1,000. So Yeah, congrats everyone. Thanks for coming. Hopefully we're able to have these in the future. Any recommendations, leave those on Reddit, and let's make this subreddit amazing. All right. Take care.